Once everyone is involved in the Kaizen event, then they'll understand why we're doing it.
When we participate in the Kaizen events, the upfront training that happens on day one of an event, I don't think you can replace that with the general training. I think that's a pretty important feature to this thought process, that anyone who gets the opportunity to go through a Kaizen will benefit more from that than any general training that we can get. So it's very useful.
We have a lot of different events, and I think what would have been nice is that if maybe we, brought people in and pulled people as far as saying what events do we think are going to get the most bang for our buck. Maybe there's going to be some easy ones, and maybe there's going to be some tough ones. But maybe doing 3 of the tough ones might be better than doing 10 of the easy ones. So I would have liked to have seen these lists prioritized by people from the floor and people from management.
We should be holding some of these events on other than first shift, because a lot of people have varied lifestyles and their schedules are pretty much set to the shift that they work. And if we could conduct some of these events on the other shifts, it might show a little more enthusiasm on the management's part as far as involvement from that respect.
I think as we do more and more lean events, people that haven't been involved are kind of getting the feel that they want to be involved, they want to be able to participate, and everybody has different ideas and they want to be able to implement them, or at least have them looked at to see if they work better.
I've seen Kaizens working on things on our line with people from R&D, and I couldn't understand why they were there. And the person really didn't understand our process, but asked questions that we may not have asked. And sometimes it feels like we're not taking our ideas from the perspective of the line, or the part that you're working on are not taken seriously, because every time we say it's like this, it's why? And that's the reason. That's the way you do a Kaizen. But it's hard. That part's kind of hard to have everything questioned. But in the end, if a person lives through that, you see why, and you see that some ideas can come out of people who have no idea.
The difference in the Kaizen and how we've done things in the past is and getting things done. The Kaizen is more structured. So you have a plan coming in, and you have results going out. You're not just sitting down talking about it, having meetings talking about it. We're actually getting things done. The more involvement, the better.
I think Kaizen is different in the way that we've done things in the past. Is one, we're getting a lot more into detail and we're getting a lot more focused. Before, when we would want to do an improvement, it would kind of be maybe a large-scale project, maybe a little bit vague, and we didn't have the resources. It was the same people that we have right now. At least now, with the introduction of PAVE and Lean, now we do have Marine, we do have Dean here. We're sending a lot of people through training. We're bringing in consultants. So I think now we have the resources to at least get things done.
I guess the stuff that gets done, at least in the first week, I think the 30-day list stuff gets a little tough to do, because then the lines are up and running and we run out of time to do stuff, and then we get another lean event, and so that kind of snowballs a little bit. But I think that initial week for the Kaizen events, really you see a huge impact.
To improve our Kaizen events, I think what we've seen in the past is you have to have an event that you have, or the plant has total control, or at least has a significant amount of control. Where some of our Kaizen events have maybe not given the results that we desired was when we needed external help from marketing, or external help from sales, or from just outside functions that we can't control. When we've had events that the people in the manufacturing plant can make the decisions, we can incorporate the changes, and we can measure the impact, I think those events have gone very successful.